Hello guys, today we will discuss arteries of lower limb. We will start with the abdominal aorta. At the level of the lower border of the L4, it will give two branches, right and the left common iliac artery. And then at the level of the L1 vertebra, at the level of the SI joint, the common iliac will divide into two, external iliac and the internal iliac artery. And external iliac artery below the inguinal ligament will continue as femoral artery which is entering into the femoral triangle. The medial border of the femoral triangle is made by the adductor longus muscle, and the lateral border of the femoral triangle is made by the sartorius muscle. The superior border is made by the inguinal ligament, and the roof is made by the fascia lata, and floor is made by these muscles, pectineus and iliopsoas muscle. So the branches given by the femoral artery in the femoral triangle are superficial epigastric artery, superficial circumflex iliac artery, superficial external pudendal arteries, and deep external pudendal arteries. And the another major branch is a profunda femoral arteries, and another branch is a descending genicular artery which is given at the level of the adductor hiatus. So the profunda femori artery arises 3 to 4 cm below the inguinal ligament posterolaterally, and it will give medial circumflex femoral artery and lateral circumflex femoral artery branches. The lateral circumflex will again give 3 branches: ascending, transverse and descending branches. Then it will continue down. It will pass below the adductor longus muscle and will give various perforating branches which will supply the muscles in this area. And the femoral artery will continue down superior to this adductor longus muscle and adductor magnus muscle, and above the knee joint level there is a opening in the adductor magnus muscle. This is called adductor hiatus. So the femoral artery just before entering into the adductor hiatus is giving another branch. This is called descending genicular artery, which we have discussed earlier also. So it will enter the adductor hiatus, and now we can see it from the posterior side. It is coming out of the adductor hiatus into the popliteal fossa. So the various branches given by the popliteal artery after entering the adductor hiatus, it will continue as popliteal artery. So the various branches given by the popliteal artery are superior medial genicular artery, superior lateral genicular artery, and these are the middle genicular artery, and this is an inferior medial genicular artery. Then we have inferior lateral genicular artery, and this is a popliteal muscle. So this popliteal artery will continue down the popliteal muscle and will terminate by giving 2 branches. One is a tibialis anterior artery, another is a tibio-peroneal trunk, which will terminate by giving 2 branches: tibialis posterior artery and peroneal artery. So we can see that 3 branches are given at this level. This is a tibialis anterior which will pierce the membrane and will continue anteriorly, and this is a tibialis posterior and the peroneal artery. So this area is called trifurcation. So we can see that tibialis posterior will continue inferiorly along the deep muscles of the deep compartment of the leg, and will enter the sole by tarsal tunnel, via tarsal tunnel, and this is a tarsal tunnel. It is coming into the foot, and here it will terminate by giving 2 terminal branches. One is a medial plantar artery, another is a lateral plantar artery. So the 2 arteries will anastomose here and will form the deep plantar arch which will supply the muscles in the plantar aspect of the foot and the toes. Similarly, this is a tibialis anterior which is piercing the interosseous membrane, will continue down the leg till the foot, where after entering the foot it will continue as dorsalis pedis artery, and which will further anastomose with the lateral plantar artery to form the deep plantar arch and will supply the muscles here. So if we discuss about the blood supply of the gluteal area and the posterior aspect of the thigh, hamstring muscles, then the common iliac artery will divide into 2, external iliac and the internal iliac. Internal iliac will divide into 2 divisions. This is an anterior division and this is a posterior division. Anterior division will give multiple branches. One of the branch is a obturator artery So this is the obturator artery. It will enter the obturator foramen and then will enter the thigh, where it will give two branches, anterior and the posterior divisions. So which will supply the muscles in the adductor compartment, and the posterior division will also supply the hamstring muscles. And then this muscle will continue below the piriformis muscle as inferior gluteal artery, which will pass through the greater sciatic notch into the gluteal area and will supply the gluteal muscles. Similarly, the posterior division will give multiple branches and will continue superior to this piriformis muscle into the gluteal area via the greater sciatic notch and will supply the muscles in the gluteal area. So this was a blood supply of the lower limb. In the next video, we will discuss about the blood supply of the venous supply of the lower limb. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.